Andrew, thank you. Tough story there.
Sure is.
This Thanksgiving, Christopher Savoy will once again celebrate without his son and daughter.
It's been 7 years since his two kids were abducted to Japan, and the Franklin man feels abandoned by the U.S. government all over again.
News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams first told Savoy's story, and tonight he's still on the case.
Every day seems like an eternity when you don't have your children with you.
7 years after his children were abducted to Japan, all Christopher Savoy has are his memories and these old photos.
I have no idea even what they look like now, today. And that's horrifyingly sad for a parent.
His son Isaac, now 16, a young man no longer the little boy seen in these images. His daughter Rebecca, now 14. In 2009, they were yanked from their dad's life after his ex-wife Norika abducted them to her home in Japan.
Now he's in jail.
Christopher Savoy ended up sparking an international incident when he went there armed with a court order to pick up his children as they walked to school. He nearly made it into the American consulate when Japanese police caught up with him.
And I was halfway into the consulate, actually on consulate land, when they yanked me out of there.
After 2 weeks in a Japanese jail, Savoy was released with no charges being filed, but he was forced to return home without Isaac and Rebecca.
For the most part, I've been denied all contact. When I try to call over there, I've been hung up on. Even in the midst of natural disasters like hurricanes, typhoons over there and whatnot, I've called over, and the answer is the kids are fine, click.
For the last 7 years, he's depended on the State Department to keep track of his children and to push the Japanese government for a resolution. But recently, he was informed that the U.S. government would no longer advocate on behalf of Isaac.
So basically, they've given up.
Because he turned 16.
Because he turned 16.
The State Department argues that Isaac is now old enough to go to a U.S. consulate and ask for a passport on his own.
Who's going to tell him? I can't get a phone call with him. Are they going to try to get him a passport? No. To leave a child, still a minor child, who's been a kidnapping victim, to his own volition, to have to empower himself to walk over to a U.S. consulate and say, I need a passport, is a bit ridiculous.
How much do you think about the children?
Christopher Savoy says he does find comfort in the fact that as a result of his case, Japan ended up signing the Hague Convention and Agreement on International Child Abductions, even though he says the country has not reformed its domestic laws to actually help parents like him get their children back.
Not one American child has been returned to an American parent by means of a court order under the Hague. Not one. There have been court orders asking for the return, but unfortunately, there's no enforcement mechanism.
I'm a father who has been unable to meet with his children.
These days, Savoy finds meaning in his work with a group that advocates on behalf of abducted children.
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for your letter.
And a letter he received from Rebecca this fall gives him hope.
I love my children, and that love sustains me and gives me hope that someday they'll be back with me.
Do you think you'll ever see them again?
I hope I do. I really hope I do. I hope every day I do.
Phil Williams, News Channel 5 Investigates.
If you want more information about the group that's working on those kinds of international abductions, go to our website, newschannel5.com.